what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the M3 podcast with Jayden and Davis. Welcome back to episode number 21. We are legal, as Davis says it. We are legal indeed in the entire world.
But we're Canadians, so we're able to drink anyway.
Woo!
Yeah.
Canada is the best. Alberta is the best for drinking because we can drink when we're 18 years old. So we are already well versed into the alcohol. But anyways, we got quite the show for you today. We're going to be going into the gaming corner once again. We're going to be talking about who is Black Knight, Kit Harington's character in the MCU. And as a round off, we wanted to talk about what we're actually watching right now. YouTube and Netflix wise before the launch of Disney Plus, because Disney Plus, as you know, is going to be a huge thing. So let's just get into it. So, Davis, are you ready?
They're adding more power to the Gauntlet.
They're adding more control over our daily lives. So, Davis, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. So the first topic
Absolutely, good sir.
The first topic we have for you guys today, Davis found this one. Fortnite star Ninja signs apparel deal with Adidas. This is not anything too spectacular because a lot of people sign up with different brands and stuff like that. I've signed up with Razer and Into the AM and stuff like that. So these apparel deals aren't really rare as it's maybe, but it just goes to show you that the success that Ninja has is still there. It's still there. It's not something that's okay, Ninja switched to Mixer and he's doing terrible now. It's no, people are still approaching him with these deals. He's still getting deals. Now, here's the case. Is it a deal that's good for him, or is it a deal that needs to happen? That's kind of what I'm seeing, I guess. Because some people take sponsorships.
What do you mean?
So, some people take sponsorships to basically survive. They need that money kind of thing. Say you're a starving YouTuber, you're not getting as many hits as you once were, and you still want to stay on top of the game and stuff like that. You need money to support yourself and, live your best life. You need that money, you're going to go for a sponsorship. So, there you go. So that begs the question whether that happens, but assuming Ninja is still a god amongst men in the in the streaming universe, he's doing just fine. So this basically just means cool, Ninja is going to keep staying successful. It's not a big deal. Let's move on.
Oh yeah, it just goes to show that he's still doing good. Everyone knows Ninja. Even myself that doesn't follow many gamers or on Twitch or anything like that, I know who he is even, and it just adds more popularity to his brand.
Exactly. So I'm going to suspect in 2 months, if I go to my local Adidas store, there's going to be a picture of Ninja up there. And there's going to be
a jersey.
Yeah, a jersey with Ninja, or there's going to be some Fortnite Nikes that have Ninja's name on them or something like that. So, or not Nikes, Adidas.
Adidas.
I just said the word out of my mouth and it just came back to bite me in the ass.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
No, I do not, Davis. I am just that dumb.
You don't get that. You don't get that reference.
I'm too young for the reference. Okay,
it's not that old. It's only from the early 2000s.
I was a baby.
Anyway, fine. Fair enough.
I am a baby. All right. Anyways. Let's move on. So the next topic that we have for you guys is actually brand new, basically. Fortnite gets a Borderlands 3 event because of the Epic Games Store. So Fortnite does all of these events with different things. They did one with the MCU. They did one with John Wick. They did, a bunch of these things. So now they're doing one for Borderlands 3 because Borderlands is partnered with the Epic Games Store. Things like that.
Okay.
So now they have a Psycho skin with a claptrap backpack and stuff like that. It's basically just a cross promotion, which is a pretty smart idea because it'll bring Borderlands fans into the Fortnite universe. It'll bring Fortnite fans into the Borderlands universe, things like that.
I'm guessing they're created by the same company.
No, Borderlands was created by Gearbox. They just have an Epic Games exclusive deal. They aren't selling on Steam or anything. They're just selling on Epic Games.
Okay.
Which everyone hated because everyone's like, why the fuck should I go to Epic Games? They suck. I should just go to Steam, right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But oh well, that sucks to suck. I'm getting Borderlands 3. I'm getting it for my birthday.
So then, what's the advantage of Fortnite uh, promoting another game if they're not the same company? If it's not revenue for them?
Because both of them are on the Epic Games Store. So if you play Fortnite, you're more tempted to buy Borderlands 3, which is on the Epic Games Store, which means they get revenue.
Oh, okay. It's through this web. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, the traffic goes through this, and then if more traffic goes to this website, then there's more people to
yeah.
find
So
it. Okay, I
there,
gotcha.
yep, there you go.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner. So yep, we have like that's a smart decision. That I looked at it and was like, this kind of. I was just like, why did Fortnite do this? They're ruining, like, why? Like I was being a salty nerd, but then I took a step back and I was like, from a business perspective, this is very smart. From a game dev
Hmm.
perspective, this is very smart because this is going to get a lot of traffic to Epic Games. That's going to get a lot of traffic to Borderlands and Fortnite. Like it's going to have a lot of controversy, of course, but it does seem
Well, and
really fun. I
they
will
are
say
both
that.
really big companies, or really big games. Like everyone knows Fortnite, and everyone knows
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Like you've heard of them. You
Hmm.
again, like myself, even if you don't play them, you
Hmm.
still know of them. I even know the graphics, what like that it looks like a comic book for Borderlands and everything like
Hmm.
that. And they're both very like I guess similar, not similar but different styles. Like they're not like Call of Duty graphics, for example. They're both kind of like cartoony esque, so it still kind of makes sense too.
Yep.
Like it's
There you go. It's like it's a very smart idea. Is
yeah,
what we're basically the gist of it is trying to say.
make money.
Make money exactly. I I don't know. I don't think this will bring me to Fortnite. Really, the only reason I play Fortnite right now is the achievements, and I'm not going to play Fortnite because I already like am battle royale out at this point.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna wait for Borderlands 3 to release, stream that, have fun.
Do you think that because you said like you're a fan of Borderlands just in general, so do you think this will help bring the popularity back up to Fortnite since Fortnite is starting to go down, like people aren't as hyped for it anymore?
No,
So it'll help kind of drive it up a little bit.
it could. It very well could. That's a good question. So for me, I played Borderlands back when I was like 12 to 14 years old. Like,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't play Fortnite. Not back then, not now. So,
Yeah.
and most people who play Borderlands are around my age, I would assume. Like, they're older people who are able to play like these arena games. I don't think they would switch to Fortnite because most of them are like, oh, I've already played Fortnite, I don't enjoy it, or I'm already playing Fortnite, it doesn't make a difference for me. So,
Oh, yeah.
it's very hit and miss depending on the person, but I would say the traffic bump could be slightly up,
Yeah.
but not to the point where it's going to be back to world dominating Fortnite because everyone's pissed at Fortnite. The reason being that you can no longer play competitive because the latest season introduced these giant mechs into the game that have like
Hmm.
unlimited ammo, a ton of health, and are basically unkillable. And
Oh shit.
you can have two people in them. So if you play duos, you can just have one team sit in a mech and just absolutely wreck face. And it's like, cool. All the guy that got stuck with the shitty sniper rifle can no longer do anything against this giant behemoth unless he gets a lucky shot or two, which is
Hmm.
really really dumb. So everyone was like, abandon competitive, abandon Fortnite. This is stupid. Everyone take this out of the game because like that's no fun. Like every other update was fun, but this is the one that people were kind of just like, I'm drawing the last straw. I'm sorry, I'm going back to my roots. Like people are going back to Call of Duty, people are going back to Apex, shit like
Yeah.
that. So
Especially since Call of Duty just launched a free download of 2v2 of the new Modern Warfare.
oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, I did downloaded that. I started playing. Like I know I'm not the greatest Call
Hmm.
of Duty player, but it is one of the only games that for the most part, that I really actually play. So I'm okay. I'm decent at it. But holy crap, that was difficult
Hmm.
playing just 2v2. But like what I liked about that is that unlike free for all in like every other game, it's where you can still get a really large map, and it's just like really huge, and you only have one area or whatever.
Yeah.
For this, they made just small maps for 2v2,
Yep.
which was really good.
Yeah. There you go.
So it made it actually a little more fun.
So you're not running
But,
around a
but yeah, I
giant
just wanted
map
to
only to get shot and then
trying to find.
respawn and then do the exact same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
It's like constant action.
exactly.
There you
So
go.
it was good. Yeah, it made it a lot better because it's just this quick, like small map. You know relatively where someone's going to be, and you have to actually aim properly or get lucky, like without having to search forever and then get sniped randomly because you have no idea where the hell the people even are.
Hmm. Well, good thing Call of Duty is good holding down the fort, I guess, holding down the Fortnite. Haha.
Aha.
Ah. I did not enjoy making that joke. But anyways, it's good to hear that Call of Duty is actually, the 2v2 game mode is actually really, really good. I saw a lot of
Yeah.
people playing it, and I was just like, oh well.
Yeah, I downloaded it. It's fun, and I like, even though I suck, it's still
Yeah.
fun.
There you go. Yeah. So there you go. That goes for that. All right. Are you ready for some like really hype and cool shit? Because basically from here on out, it gets like releases and releases and releases and stuff like that.
Sweet.
So we're gonna move on to the next. This is a really cool topic. I just found this just as we were about to record. So Ready, which is a company, raises $5 million for a hyper casual esports platform. So basically, I watched the little video on this. So you can download this on Apple Store or Google Play. We're not sponsored, by the way. Just letting you guys know. So it's a platform where every 48 hours a new game comes out, and you can compete for money. And you can just play the game, and whoever gets the best of the best gets like prize money. So apparently the top 20% of high scoring players get to split prize money. Like, and people are just going more and more. I don't know if it's a subscriber based thing because
Yeah, I
it
was gonna
says
say,
free
how much
download.
money do you have? Yeah, I was gonna say, how much money do you have to put in yourself, though?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
exactly. So like if you pay a subscription and you're not good enough, you're going to be wasting money. But if you're decent enough, you could be making that back. If you're good enough, you could be in the profit and you could be making a ton of money. But that all depends. I don't know if this is a thing. I'm going to download it right now. I really don't care. I'm just going to do
Does
it.
the thing with that, though, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. What you brought up was, does that get kids to try to get their parents' credit cards and stuff like that? If that's the thing, because to get like prize money most of the time, like online,
Hmm.
it's normally like download into your PayPal account or directly into your bank account, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So you probably have to like link your bank account information and that kind of stuff to actually like win.
Hmm.
But like again, like if you're like you're saying, if you're actually good enough, like if you're an actual pro gamer, it makes sense. But then if you're someone that only plays occasionally, pretty good or whatever, and you're putting your money and you think you can win, then you might just be getting screwed over by these pro gamers.
Yeah.
Just wasting. And so it's gambling in a way, but I guess, yeah, I guess I guess technically, because you're putting money down and you don't know if you're going to get the money back by playing this game.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
what?
I'm downloading it right now. I'm going to take a look. Taking a look right now. Allow. Yeah. I love these apps that are just like, allow this, allow that. I don't. Just like, okay, so I've started the app right now. If you can hear that, there's an applause sound going off. Every 48 hours, a new competition begins featuring a new game. During each competition, you'll have unlimited practice runs, but only one official run. After each competition ends, we post the scores on the board. The top 20% of scores will split the prize money for each competition. Okay, so you need to confirm your mobile device number and stuff like that. I'm not really down for that right now. We're just going to skip that, but I'm really interested. I kind of want to try it, but I don't know how I feel about just giving away my phone number to this company. But considering it's verified by Play Protect, I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of apps use phone numbers and stuff like that. So to be continued.
So you'll fill everyone in when you find out?
Potentially. Maybe after this I won't even remember that it exists, and then I'll be like, oh right, I forgot this exists.
What is this app on my phone?
Yeah. So that was just something super cool. Let's move on to the next topic. So Davis, I sent you one from GameBite.com. I sent you an article. So this is hilariously titled, "Fan realizes Mortal Kombat Joker looks just like porn parody Joker." So apparently that's just a thing. And then like literally the exact same thing.
Well, and of course there's a porn parody Joker. Like,
of course, yeah.
Like
Rule 34.
I thought it was 32.
Rule 34.
36.
No, it's 34.
Oh, is it 34? Okay, anyway. Fair enough. But when I'm looking at the picture, yeah, it does look very much the same. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. So they were just like,
Uh,
look at some reference photos of how to make the Joker for Mortal Kombat, and they found this porn parody. It's like, oh, I already watched this a ton of times. I know exactly what you're talking about. And he makes it after this. It's like, oh, that's pretty eerily creepy. That's decent, you know. We'll let it slide. And then this guy makes the tweet, and the guy's just like, Jerry, you're fired. Fucking moron. Jesus. But anyways, yeah, I just thought that was a good laugh.
the I'm looking at the other characters like for the new Mortal Kombat like
Hmm.
Terminator and Spawn as well for new characters that are coming out like Nightwolf, Shang Tsung, those are all characters. Sindel, yeah, those are all classic characters. But
Hmm.
Terminator, so that's like if you look at the Terminator one, it looks pretty well based off of Arnold. Like,
Yeah, like it looks
uh,
really good. Like let's just bring this up on screen real quick.
yeah,
Bam! Like look at that. That's actually incredible. If you look at that.
and as I've stated before, I like Mortal Kombat. It's one of the games that I actually tend to play, and I'm actually
Hmm.
pretty decent at. I'm among my friends. I'm better better than most of my friends. I'm definitely not a pro
Hmm.
gamer level at this game again because I'm not a good gamer.
You
But
are you are a great
um
gamer. Don't let anyone say otherwise, Davis. You are fantastic.
okay, if you say so. But anyway, yeah, like I don't get why they didn't just use the Joker from DC um the DC game. I
Justice.
forget what it's called. Injustice. Yeah,
Hmm.
they should have literally just copied it. Literally, he brought him over, like, because that
Yeah.
version looks really good,
Yeah.
and they just brought it up so he has Mortal Kombat like finishing moves instead of the PG version of the DC
I
moves.
might piss off a lot of people here, but at least it wasn't the Batman Arkham Asylum Joker, because I hated that Joker. He had a fucking big ass chin. He just looked so goddamn ugly, and I hated it. Especially when he put in the Bane serum, and he's just like, "Rawr, big Joker," rawr. And I was just like, really, really, this is
I
the best you guys can do. Everyone thinks this is like game of the fucking year, and this is the shit you bring to me. Like, I beat him, and I was like, cool. I have no desire to beat him again unless there's an achievement involved. Really don't care. Fuck this Joker.
yeah, I never actually I'm not even sure. I never saw that version, but I'm guessing that's kind of based more off of like there are different versions of the Joker throughout all of history of what he looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely a weird version.
Yep. There you go.
That's for sure.
Hmm.
But of course there's a like that's just fine. It's fun. Of course there's a porn parody.
Yep. Rule 34. If it exists,
Yeah.
there's a porn of it.
Yeah.
I had to Google it just to make sure. Yeah, it is Rule 34. Anyways, let's move on into something equally hilarious, but actually very real. Anthem is officially BioWare's worst rated game ever. Wow, what a shock that was. Holy dude. That's
You'll have
absolutely
to fill
nuts.
me in.
So, you
I don't
remember.
remember what this game even is.
So, Anthem was the one where you have a bunch of robot suits and stuff like that, and you're like flying around killing things, but it was basically left to bad design and bad timing and terrible management that the game just got screwed up because it had a good base and nobody could figure out what the fuck game it was. So when it came out, it was just a giant mess. And
Okay.
they put in a bunch of microtransactions to try to make it feasible. It's like, cool, you can spend 50 hours trying to grind to this level and then get through this quest. Or you could pay like $100 and then get this. You get play for like 80 hours and not get a super rare gun. Or you could pay $300 and get a super rare gun. Like shit like that. The numbers are definitely inaccurate, probably. But like you understand the
Over
point.
exaggerated,
Yeah,
but yeah, okay.
over
Yeah,
exaggerated.
yeah.
But the point still stands of holy shit, Anthem, you guys, BioWare, you guys fucked up so goddamn badly. How did this happen? A game
Yeah.
company that came out with Mass Effect dropped to literally, apparently, the score was a 63 on like Metacritic,
Mm-hmm.
so which is like the gaming hub for reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that site.
Yep. So most gaming critics give most video games like an 80 or a 90 or like even a 70, but a 63 as what this
Mm.
source says, that's ridiculous. A 63 um X
Still still a pass.
PC Trails with 60. So yeah, a 60 on Metacritic is terrible. Not many games get that low. So,
Hmm.
yeah, user score is 4.1, like critic score is 59. Like, and some people still like have this game as like 10, like some people are giving it 10 out of 10. Like some people are giving like really good reviews about it. Some people are like 0, like everything's mixed, but it is basically confirmed that Anthem is the worst game that BioWare has ever put out, which is kind of sad, and it's terrible to see a company that's done so well with Mass Effect just drop so badly
Hmm.
with a concept that's super fucking cool. This is what happens when management and EA is involved. Like, and sometimes it's like
Of
not
course, EA is involved.
apparently the funny part is it's barely EA's fault. It's more BioWare's fault because they were like going back and forth between a bunch of studios, like everything was being
Hmm.
transferred and stuff like that. Like they were just working and working, and they were like, okay, well, what's this game supposed to be? And they were trying to build like this version of the game, but then apparently the idea was to have this version of the game, so they tried to swap over to this version of the game when they realized this version of the game was so much better, and it just keeps going back and forth and back and forth,
Yeah.
eventually until it just crashed upon itself. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the like I think I was reading, I don't know if it was this game or if it was another game. Apparently work conditions got so bad there were people crying in closets and stuff like that. Like that's how bad and how
Just
toxic like environments can get. So like if you have good management and like time management and stuff like that, and you let people do their work, and it's like you're not making them do something and then toss it to the side 3 months later that took
mhm.
them 3 months to make. Like
Just
use
the amount of stress of trying to build a game that's gonna actually work.
exactly, right? Imagine building like this cool ass looking skin or whatever. It's like, sorry, we scrapped the design for this one like 3 months ago. I guess you didn't just get the memo. Sorry, you wasted 3 months. We're not gonna back pay you or anything. It's like literally I spent this is 3 months of hard work and you're kind of just throwing it away. It's like we just didn't think it was cool enough. So we here's this one. Make it this. It's like
Hmm.
just expand it. It's
The,
like it's not how this works. It's like well you better get to it then, Sonny. EA tries a lot.
now,
Like
now that you mention it, I think I've seen YouTubers have ads for this game.
mhm,
So most games they just have the regular, ad on YouTube or ad on TV or whatever, the regular commercial. But
mhm.
when you have to advertise like people talking about it in this video specifically,
Yeah.
it's not getting as much traffic as they're hoping.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have. It's probably not as popular.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it
There you go.
just must not have done super great there.
No, it's
But
just like when the game came out, all of the YouTube reviewers were basically slamming it, saying like this game is a huge grind and stuff like that, and people were like justifying it like, no, it'll get better and stuff like that. It's like yeah, but at the time, it sucks. And it's going to
mhm.
always suck. It's never going to get better. And guess what? It basically never did get better. They were
Yeah, if
promises that were lied about. There were lies. There were just everything went wrong in the game and stuff like that. And the worst part is like people will just hate on someone who's like just being honest about the game. Like I remember back when Octopath Traveler came out, when Video Game Donkey came out with his review of it, I hated it. I was like, dude, this sucks. Like he doesn't understand anything about this game. He picked like the worst character to start off as. Like I hated it so badly. But I listened to his points like months later, and I was like, you know what? He kind of is right. He does
mhm.
make good points, and that's what I want to do. I want to make these good points and stuff like that. And he makes really good points, so I listened to it. But some people were like, oh, he hates this game because he's racist. He hates this game because he doesn't understand game design. And somebody was like made two 20-minute videos establishing that he's a bad game critic. He doesn't understand game design or whatsoever. But like the kid was like 15, so can't really hate on him too much. But like he also never played Octopath Traveler. He's like, it doesn't seem like my kind of game. But he basically called out Donkey and
So
said Donkey was lying. He was blatantly lying about this. I know this is fact. He was lying. Don't trust him and shit like that when that's
so
not the
this
case.
guy was bitching about something that he never even played himself.
Yep. He was bitching about someone else bitching about a game that he had never played. People like
Because that makes sense.
because that makes sense, yeah. And it's just like he kind of jumped on the bandwagon a little bit, and he did get a decent amount of success off of it. But He's also just wrong because
Yeah, but
like
you
you.
can also get a lot of views on YouTube when you are negative. Like a lot of people like to listen to people just bitching and being negative about something.
Yep.
So
There
that's
you
how
go.
you get. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that's what we need to do. We need to start bitching a lot more.
dude, I bitch a lot, dude. I bitch
That's
a
true.
lot. Like
Even in the
you have to
wholesome
step. You
episode.
have to step up the bitching, dude. Bitch the
Yeah, I just
fuck up.
laugh.
There you go. Yeah, you see exactly. You're laughing. You're not even yelling at me.
Nah.
Yell at me, Davis. Yell.
Ah!
That wasn't sincere enough. But anyways, yeah, that kind of just is all we have to say about Anthem and BioWare and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, EA.
Which BioWare is a Canadian company too.
They're based in Edmonton.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like,
I've driven by their office so many times. It's
hmm,
absolutely nuts. And I had a friend who, if he didn't move to BC, he was well. When I first started talking to him after we graduated, I saw him at the gym because I like worked at a pool and the gym was connected to it. And I was like, "Hey, Phil, what's going on?" And he would talk about like, "Yeah, I wanted to work at BioWare." And I'm
hmm,
like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Good for you." But he moved out to BC and he's doing stuff there. I think at the Vancouver School of Art, like a
visual arts.
yeah, something like that. And he's there and he's having like an awesome time. He's having a lot of success. And I'm like, good thing you didn't go with BioWare, because
Yeah.
Jesus, like you would have been so screwed.
So yeah, but it's not necessarily BioWare's fault because like
No, it is.
every game company has good games, bad games. Every television network has good shows, bad shows. Every movie like
Hmm. But
like it could be like when it launch like but when you launch a game and it says, "Oh, don't worry, it will get better." You shouldn't
mm,
launch a game if it's not ready
yeah,
and like
exactly.
if you have to start off by saying it will get better. Like
And
no, wait.
this game
And
did not get better. Like this game did not get better from what I heard. And again, I'm saying all of this after talking about the kid who had never played the game but was harping on it. But like, I heard the game did not get better. Um, and it is BioWare's fault, and here's why: because they lied to us. They were like, "You're gonna be able to do this and this and this and this and like so many different things." It was basically like No Man's Sky, but 2019 version.
oh right, okay, I remember you talking about this now.
Yeah, there you go.
There
So
we go.
yeah, it kind of was BioWare's fault. And it's not like the game devs' fault for the most part because the game devs usually don't have control over things like, yeah, we're going to put microtransactions in this, or yeah, we're going to put this in this, or
They just do
something
what
like
they're
that.
told.
They just do what they're told and they just design things like that. It's just the upper levels of management don't know what the fuck they're doing. So hopefully everyone that was like causing problems and stuff like that, hopefully that's all sorted out and BioWare can
Hmm.
make a decent comeback with the next game if they make a next game. Otherwise, they're just another part of EA's clutches and they're just going to get squeezed out of all of the monetary value and thrown to the side. So,
Which would be terrible because yeah, I'm there's a huge Mass Effect fan. Is BioShock made by BioWare?
BioShock, I do not believe so. Let me just double
No,
check.
okay, because I just that was another game I'm looking of that was really popular. But yeah, Mass Effect, for example, is a game that a lot of people like. I've seen people dress as characters from Mass Effect at like EA and E3, sorry,
Yep.
and even Comic Con stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So hopefully this one fuck up, which admittedly, yeah, you said it is
It's not
like
just
their
one fuck
kind of
up though.
fault.
It's a lot of fuck ups.
Well, hopefully they can get rid of these fuck ups
Yeah.
and make another equivalent to
Let's
Mass Effect then.
get rid of the terrible streak, get the good streak going again. Because Mass Effect Andromeda, people let that one slide. They were like, "Oh yeah, we give this a 7 out of 10." When people who played the game were like, "No, this is like a 3 out of 10 game. This is
Hmm.
garbage." Things like that. So let's just hope that BioWare can make a decent comeback. Maybe make a Mass Effect 4. Maybe make things like super awesome. Don't make it open world for no reason. Don't add a bunch of notorious cutscenes, shit like that. I'm going off of shit that I don't even know for the most part. Like
Okay.
I never played these games. Reason why is because I don't want to spend $80 to be disappointed.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
There you go. Let's move on to the next thing. I just saw this on Facebook today. Um,
Hmm.
The Lion King and Aladdin are getting remasters of their individual games. So
Oh, to
apparently,
go with. the movie releases.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. So for those who don't know, Disney's Aladdin is a platformer from 1992 based on the animated movie of the same name. Um,
Hmm.
so
Came out on Super Nintendo.
so it came out on SNES, but it also came out on the Sega Genesis in November 1993, and they were two different games. So like there were so that's for Aladdin. The Lion King is
It's
a
a
platform,
platformer as well.
yeah, based on the
That's scholars.
yeah. It was released in 1994 via Sega Genesis and Super NES before eventually being ported to the NES, Game Boy, Amiga, Master System, Game Gear, and PC.
Wow, I didn't realize it had that many
Uh,
consoles.
yeah, but apparently it was not well received. So maybe these
I loved
reboots,
that game as a kid. Both of them.
dude.
I played them.
I played the Jungle Book game a lot as a kid. I love
I
that
never
one.
knew there was. I never knew there was a Jungle Book, but yeah, my sister and I we had a Super Nintendo, and the two main games I remember playing was the Aladdin because I remember like you throw apples at the guards and stuff like that,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
then yeah, and then the Lion King one, yeah, you jump through and there's a point where you like jump on the ostrich and you're going like super fast and everything.
hmm So there
Yeah,
you go. It's a good time. Like
yeah,
I like these old NES games bring back nostalgia. What I'm hoping for is they bring back an old port of Gauntlet. I don't know if you ever played Gauntlet. So
never heard of it.
Gauntlet was you have four characters. You have the wizard, you have the Valkyrie, the elf, and the warrior. Uh,
Hmm.
so you pick one of these four, and you basically go through the dungeon collecting health and stuff until eventually you died. So you had to play smart and strategic and not get hit and stuff like that. You had to work as a team because there was friendly fire. There were different potions and stuff like that. It's kind of like Super Mario Bros, where if you find a secret, you can potentially skip worlds and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you can skip levels. And I love that game to death. And my dad and I played it. There have been a ton of shitty ports of it, and it's kind of sad. I just want the old version back, just remastered, ready to go. That's all I care about. But
How like remastered would you want it? Would you want it to be like remastered to be as good as say I'm just gonna use Call of Duty again as an example because it's like every year it gets better and better graphic wise,
mhm.
or would you want it to be like the Crash Bandicoot like still similar to what the original graphics were?
So original graphics, just smoother, updated, and new. Maybe add a new concept in there. Maybe add a new character. Like,
Hmm.
because I remember playing that game. I remember hitting circle, you would get an extra 1,000 hit points. So I would just keep hitting circle until I maxed out in health, and then just go through the game and stuff like that. And I still wouldn't be able to beat the game. It was just a lot of fun. But
Hmm.
that's what I want. But anyways, Aladdin and Lion King getting remastered games, that's going to be awesome because that means I get to play it. Let's hope that they don't trample over the art style. Let's hope that with the
Yeah.
Aladdin games that they don't trample over the gameplay and stuff like that because I heard from people it's like you can beat this game in a few hours because it's just straight game through the
Hmm.
entire way through no matter what. You're just playing through the game. Lion King I didn't hear too much about. Like,
Well, they're both from before the time of saving. You couldn't save the game.
yeah, so
You
you're
had to just play it.
Yep, there you go. So add save points, add like a little bit more length to the game without destroying anything. Don't trample over the art style. If you're
Mhm.
gonna release this game, if you're gonna lengthen it out like to 3 or 4 times as long, make that $60. Fine, fine by me. If you're gonna release it again, make it like $15, because I should not have to pay $60 for a 3-hour game. I should not have to pay $80 for a 3-hour game.
Hmm.
I should pay like 15 $10 to $20 is like the decent price range. $5 you're making it a little cheap, but considering it could be just a simple remaster, like that's fine. So
Hmm.
if you're gonna remaster these games and they're super short still, make them cheap, because I will not be happy. A lot of people will not be happy, and
Yeah.
nobody will buy your game if it is that expense. If it's expensive up to $60 and it's only 3 hours, so.
Yeah, that'd be bogus.
Because, like, why would anyone bother to play that when there are ports of these games online that I can play for free?
Hmm.
It doesn't make sense. But anyways, that's enough of that.
Yeah,
That's
that's cool though.
it's gonna be
It's
hype.
still neat that it's happening.
Speaking of releases and stuff like that, so Nintendo Switch is getting a new game. So drum roll, please. It is getting Overwatch. It is getting Overwatch on the Switch. So
Nice.
this was leaked by Amazon. actually. So there was an Overwatch Nintendo Switch case. So it was black and orange. It had the Overwatch insignia on the inside and
Cool.
outside and stuff like that. And it was delisted. So like
Meaning.
so they put it on to like get pre-orders or stuff like that, or to get it ready for sales, and then they took it off right away.
Oh.
So it was there for a second and then it wasn't. So basically they've just confirmed that Overwatch is coming to Switch, and I have two things to say about this. One, that's cool. The fact that you're getting Overwatch, I have three things. One, Overwatch is coming to Switch, getting a larger platform. Good job. Awesome. Second thing, make the fucking game cross-platform, please. I bought the Overwatch like Legendary Edition for my Xbox, even though I had it on PC already to play it with my buddies.
You do that with a lot of games, though.
I do that with a lot of games, but it's like I wish it was cross-platform so I could be like, cool. If I want to get achievements on my Xbox, I can get it over here. Or if I want to play with my skins that I have on my PC version, I can play it on my Xbox. Like, please just make that happen. The third thing that I really wanted to say about it, because that was number 2. Number 3, why is everything getting like leaked? It's not even a leak anymore. It's just like hype release is what I'm basically gonna call it. Because all of these leaks are all intentional, is what it seems like. Because there's no way that this amount of leaks should be happening. Then again, people are getting smarter and stuff like that. And like, if someone hacks into something, and you know they like leak it, that's a leak. That's a leak. That needs to be like, that needs to be fixed up.
Not an accidental leak like what happened with Deadpool, the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, exactly. An accidental leak, just because of, you know, somebody who just accidentally pressed the button way too early. You know, that's not not even a leak anymore. It's just like, it's just dumb.
It's gonna get launched. It's gonna be up there anyway, basically. So why do
you hide it again?
Yeah, exactly. But probably because it may not be quite ready yet, or they don't have an official date for when it's coming to Switch or anything. That might be why. So it was probably like just so they don't get the shit ton of hype, like so that it's like just so it's not sitting there and then people being like, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Like, so they don't have a shit ton of people always like asking them over and over again. So they probably had like, oh shit, let's pull that now till we have an official answer.
Yep, exactly.
That's my guess.
So I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully, you know, it comes out soon. Hopefully, cross-platform comes out. Hopefully, these leaks stop, because the more and more they happen, the more it's just like, hey, please just send a fucking release date memo. Please just stop making these leaks, because when people are like, oh, there was a leak, people are more interested in it. Like, people are going to be interested in your product if you fucking have an awesome product. Like, be like Disney. Just blatantly say it out. Like, please, stop just being like, imagine if Lady and the Tramp, there was like, they accidentally leaked the Disney Lady and the Tramp trailer. Oh no! Like, like people would be like, oh, okay. More people would watch it if you officially fucking released it, so everyone could find it. But you know, just leak it. Just leak it. The fuck? What the fuck do I know? Exactly. I'm not a business major yet. I don't fucking know anything. So
maybe or maybe they did do that on purpose, just so they can have people talking about it, get hype for it, and then be like, ooh, look what we did. Oops.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no. Looks like there was a leak of some sort.
Like I said, like Ryan Reynolds back in 2014 when the animated clip leaked for Deadpool. He was and Ryan Reynolds and TJ Miller were like, I don't know who did it, like accidentally leaking the hype for the Deadpool movie.
What the fuck? It's just so. It just makes me frustrated to like think that just like people can't fucking be straightforward. Stop being incompetent and making these leaks because they're annoying. Just come out with it officially, so then people can get hyped around it. Basically, Deadpool
and have an
just give us Deadpool
and 3. Do it with an and have an actual release date when they do it, instead of being like,
oh, it is accidentally released and it's not ready yet. That's the worst thing. It's like, it's not ready, but you already got people hyped up. Like, I can understand, like, most people, like, there was one game, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like, what release date when it's damn ready, and I was like, hell yeah, That's a game company that understands. That's a game company that
Wasn't
understands.
that Bully? I think you were talking about that Bully 2 or whatever
I
when we
know
were talking about it a while ago.
I know there's like Bully 2, but I also remember there was something back in like summer of 2017, something like that. Back when
Mhm.
I looked at the 2017 things, back when I first started my YouTube channel. But anyways, that's that.
Anyway,
Let's
yeah.
moving on. Let's move on
So
to
that's coming out.
yeah. Let's move on to something. Let's move on to Nintendo stuff because Nintendo. The last three topics are all Nintendo, and they're all hype. They're all releases. So let's start with the first one. People are obsessed with this. So you know the game Super Mario Sunshine, right? Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is like a god tier Super Mario game where it's like you have Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Odyssey all in the same like tier at like S tier ranking, and then you have everything else like statistically going down, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Super Mario Sunshine, everyone's favorite childhood game. Nintendo of America posted this thing. It's like even Mario needed a little hashtag summer vacation. No matter where your summer Odyssey took you, we hoped it was filled with sunshine. So everyone took to Twitter being like, I saw the words Mario and Sunshine. Where's it at? So everyone's like, Sunshine?
Mhm.
Sunshine? Mario Sunshine? Is this on purpose? So, and then there were even clues from Gamescom where people were swapping out like fruits and stuff like that. Um, Isle
Yeah.
Delfino can be found on an official Mario Odyssey poster as well as a globe in game, which is I'm pretty sure where
Wait.
where it takes where Mario Sunshine takes place. So
Pause. Isn't she the girl that was selling her bathwater?
oh,
So
it
you
took
have
me a while.
So we have
Delfino, not Delphine.
Yeah.
But
Isn't that? I was like,
that's
wait.
gross.
So now we have someone that was selling her bathwater for like sexual purposes, advertising for a Mario game.
It goes 8 layers
job.
deep. We got to
Good
go.
job. Good
We have
job.
to fucking go inside the Matrix, do an inception of the inception, and then we can go find out what the fuck Mario was doing with Belle Delphine's bathwater. But anyways,
Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Once you said that, I was like, wait a second.
wait a
Is she gonna have a Mario hat filled with her bathwater now? Like,
That'd be hilarious. Just seeing, just like Mario, Mario loves Belle Delphine's bat.
or is she gonna have the
Peach
sexy pose with a Mario mustache?
I'm waiting for Belle Delphine to come out with a Peach cosplay. That's what I'm thinking of. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Advertising.
Then people are gonna
I
be
just
like,
found
when people get Peach's Belle Delphine bathwater. Like literally, hold
This
on.
doesn't taste like peach.
Like literally, this is what people are gonna do. They're just gonna be like, refreshing. Like that's what people are going to do. I was gonna make more of a mess, but I honestly didn't want to clean it up, so I didn't. But there you
Good
go.
thinking.
There.
Sorry, not to interrupt what your whole thought process there, but as you said that, I was like, hey, wait a second.
Wait, hold on. For those who want to know, I got one drop of water on my shirt, and then the rest fell on my pants. So there you go. But anyways, Super Mario Sunshine is all but confirmed. It's rumored to be remastered, and if it's remastered, people are hoping for like some levels to be remastered or to be redone and stuff like that. Hopefully the mechanics are a little bit better and stuff like that. Hopefully it's not just a skin and visual update remaster, because people will delve 800 hours into Mario Sunshine easily within the first month.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Is that even possible? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because that's another one that I remember playing like after school and stuff like that on GameCube, man.
There you go.
GameCube Classic.
So there you go. Like we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's true, but we'll see how that goes. The next one that we have to talk about is something that we can both delve in, Davis, because it involves our phone. It's amazing. So Mario Kart, one of the best racing games ever to be created, or one of the best gaming franchises to ever be created, sorry, is coming out with an Android and iOS game. It's been in the works for some time, but Nintendo came out with an official release date. You know what it is? Googling quickly. September 25th.
No,
September 25th.
Oh, okay.
10
I'm looking.
days.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say November 5th, but I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh,
Wrong game.
yeah. So September 25th, so 10 days after my birthday is what the official website says. Here, let's pull that up right now. Mario Kart Tour arrives on iOS and Android on September 20th. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. On September 25th. There is a trailer for this, so I'm just gonna play the trailer a little bit with the video going. It's like the vertical sidebar with the black sidebars. The game looks really, really well done, and I'm excited to see what actually happens with this. But what happens is what's gonna happen is left to be said. Hopefully, this is a game that everyone could play. Someone with a shitty Samsung like I used to have, like, can play it just as good as I can on this. So
Or an iPhone.
or an iPhone, iPhone. You know,
I wonder if it's gonna be a free to play or if you have to pay for it.
I would
'Cause
assume it's like $10 a person, but you get.
fuck that.
I'd pay it for it. I'm saving up my Google Play balance for this shit, dude.
Yeah.
I was saving up for Hearthstone packs, but there you go.
I'm
Perfect straight.
If it was a free download, I would play it, but I don't. Nah.
Eh.
I'm a fan. Like, I wonder if it's gonna be a tilt mechanic or if it's gonna be a like thumb.
Assuming like how it was with like gamepad and stuff like that, and the Nintendo Switch, there is a choice to have it as tilt controls or to have it as like joysticks. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And finally, the last part, Mario and Sonic, the classic rivalry, comes back for the Olympics in Tokyo 2020. And this year is very special in particular because not only
Because of the shitty Sonic movie trailer.
Oh, okay. No.
Meow.
Yeah. Davis is savage now. Holy. So, anyways, from what I'm looking at, it does have a few new events. It looks like there's bouldering involved in this, which is amazing. I totally want to buy it just for that, but I want to buy it for something else. It has the regular graphics, which you're seeing here, the regular like Mario and Sonic graphics. Boom! It switches to fucking 8-bit. It switches
That's
back
cool.
to the old-fashioned 8-bit style Mario, and so like and Sonic, like it has the old Sonic and stuff like that. I'm excited to see what actually happens with this. This is a game that I wouldn't mind spending $80 on if it's really good. Like
It's 60.
80.
The website that you showed me says 60.
Well, that's American probably.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yep. Like pre-purchase, is there a pre-purchase button? Because holy shit. Nope. Re-enter password. I don't want to do that. So, anyways, I'm excited for this game because Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I remember playing like one of the first. I think it was like 2012 or something like that. That one game was a lot of hype. That game was so much fun for me. I was like, cool. I get to play Mario and Sonic and Shadow and Luigi and all this stuff. And I'm excited to play it on Switch because I could be like, guys, hey, let's play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Plop down the Switch, pull out the Joy-Cons, have a good time. I'm ready for this.
Those are the type of games that you get your friends together to play.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a party game.
That's what's good about most Mario games or even just Nintendo games in general is that it's have your friends, family, everyone come to the living room and play a game together compared to Xbox and PlayStation that are you're playing whatever at home online.
Yeah, and it does have online capabilities. So if you want to keep whipping your friend's butt, but you want to play against online people, you can play online against other people.
Mm-hmm.
But you can play offline, which is like the main source of the fun and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see this because Mario is like one of those games. It's like there's never really any game-breaking bugs or mechanical issues or anything like that. So let's get hyped, boys.
I think I'm just thought of this completely randomly, but as long as it's impossible to beat to beat Sonic in any running event, no matter what character you play,
yeah, you could beat it as Bowser if you could, if you're good enough.
Like that, they should make it just like no matter how fast you push the button to run as Mario, if you're Sonic, you automatically slap him.
Yep.
It's an automatic win.
Yep. He
Unless
starts
it's like,
an
unless it's
automatic lap.
yeah, unless it's Sonic versus another character from the Sonic, because like, come on, it's Sonic.
It's like Shadow. Shadow is probably just as fast. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Like, get hyped. All of the ideas are coming through. I want to do a Let's Play of it. I want to do lots and lots of Let's Plays. I want to do a lot of streaming, stuff like that. If I can make streaming a career for me, I will do such a thing. I will do.
You're getting there. You're at over 100 subscribers now.
106 followers, 3 subscribers, and 1 bit donation. And I've set up a donations tab as well. If I make $5,000 within the next 3-4 months, I will drop out of Nate and just pursue streaming full time.
You're already not going to Nate this semester anyway.
The winter semester.
Ah, fair enough.
So there you go.
Life choices.
I've been thinking about it. It's like, do I even want to take the winter semester? Because, like, I guess I have to because I don't have a job. So I'm gonna be on EI, and then I'll figure it out from there. Like, because if I go to U of A, there's no point in being at Nate. So, we'll see.
Going to both schools.
Yeah. Well, no, I meant like not taking the winter semester and then just having another chill semester, enjoying the summer, and then going back during the fall.
Fair enough. You're still young.
Yep. Well, I'll figure it out. And if I become a full-time Twitch streamer, that's fucking even better. Anyways, that does it for the gaming corner. Let's move on to the next topic that we have for us. Holy shit, what's going on here? Anyways, let's move to Kit Harington's character in the MCU. So, Davis, do you want to take it away for this one?
Yeah. So I saw this today. Actually, I saw it on Screen Rant's YouTube page. I know a decent amount of comics, but I still know, like, basically I'm not a deep dive into comics like there's some people that I know that are. So Kit Harington, of course, he's playing a knight. Like, comes from Game of Thrones
to be a knight.
And then even in the movie Pompeii, he played like a gladiator type character. So he's just staying in that same realm of being a badass with a sword. So basically all I really read is that Black Knight is like he's attached to the Eternals movie that got announced at Comic-Con officially. Do you want to read the article there? I don't have it open now.
So, with movie Eternals, which releases on November 6, 2020, has hardly been an A-list superhero. He served as a member of the Avengers. He's never had the same kind of prominence like Captain America or Iron Man, obviously. Was created back in 1955 by Stan Lee, may he rest in peace, and Joe Meneely. Blah blah blah. So there's the comic origin stuff like that, but let's go to his comic powers. Dane Whitman is an ordinary human being, albeit a brilliant physicist. His weapon of choice is the ebony blade, an apparently indestructible enchanted sword that can cut through any substance and disrupt fields due to its mystical properties. Unfortunately, long-term use of ebony blade has the negative effect of the mental stability of the wearer, a result of the blood curse. The ebony blade's malevolent influence is strengthened by the shedding of blood, for which it has an insatiable appetite, and one time it actually turned even the noble Dane Whitman into a serial killer.
Oh shit.
So
I want to be curious about this. Now that officially Disney has Fox, I want to see him fight against Wolverine. Cut that adamantium.
Ooh, that's very true. Can it cut adamantium, the strongest thing? It apparently can, because this ebony blade is stronger than anything else on the planet. So, and he has an insatiable thirst. So does that mean he can just keep killing? Does that mean he can just keep cutting Wolverine's arms and he's fine? Or does he require new blood?
Ooh, that's a good point too. Of coming back to because Wolverine would just heal himself.
There you go. Cuts off the arm, and then suddenly, like, it comes back, and he cuts it off again. It's
keeps
like
on getting even more crazy.
Exactly. So Kit
Yeah,
Harington is going to be a psychopath.
yeah, I don't know. Again, like I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm sure if we go onto YouTube, we can get more explanations. There's probably like variant comics. They probably will do um a video on it and stuff like that. Now that this has been explained and everything,
Hmm.
but um, I don't know. I'm just interested because it's Kit Harington because he was one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones.
There you
So
go. He was my favorite character for Game of Thrones too. I don't think anyone can be like, he's like who like the only good example I can think of is an esports reference. So if you play League of Legends, basically you're an automatic fan of a team called TSM. As soon as you started off back like 3 or 4 years ago, he's basically like that. As soon as you start Game of Thrones, you're basically a fan of fucking Jon Snow, all the
yeah.
way till the end.
So now you have uh, well, Sophie Turner. So now this third Game of Thrones character actor that has been a part of a Marvel movie. Peter Dinklage has been in both the Fox uh, Marvel movies and the regular MCU Marvel movies.
Hmm.
And
And Peter Dinklage has had good success as the dwarf giant, which is
yep,
fucking hilarious. Like, what would you even? That's like an oxymoron.
oxymoron. Yeah,
There you go. He's a fucking hilarious oxymoron, and then you get to, uh, fucking Sophie
Sophie
Turner,
Turner as Phoenix.
and that did not go too well.
And she's a good actress, but those movies are not that good.
Nope. And then you have Kit Harington, with Eternals. So if Eternals flops, then Peter Dinklage it should be the king of King's Landing and all the six kingdoms. Sorry,
Yeah, six. Yeah,
the six kingdoms. Meanwhile, like Sophie Turner and Kit Harington can duke it out. But
I'm really, I'm actually generally wondering what's gonna happen with like the Fox X-Men and everything like that because are they gonna start the X-Men completely from scratch or are they gonna bring some people over? Because like they probably would have to now thinking about it, especially because of like Quicksilver.
yeah.
Because Quicksilver was in both universes and he was more liked in the Fox version. So
Hmm.
yeah, they're probably gonna completely reboot it like
Hmm.
100% once they get into that realm of movies slash
Let's
TV shows or whatever.
let's just hope it makes sense. I just want to see Iron Man versus Wolverine. That's what I want to see.
That ain't going to happen
Hmm.
unless it is. Um, I want to say her name is Riri, but I could be wrong. There is the new version of yeah, her name is Riri Williams. That is a comic book character.
Hmm.
I could be confusing her with someone, but there's like a new. I'm gonna check this quickly, but
Hmm.
basically the new version of Iron Man is a teenage girl that builds her own suits based off of Tony Stark's tech, essentially.
Oh, cool. It's not Tony Stark's daughter.
In the MCU, probably will be, but I don't think it is in the comics. But again, don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
I have friends.
All
I have friends that will get
speculation.
mad. Yeah, I have friends that will get mad at me
Yeah.
when I'm saying stuff like that. So
The
one
internet will
friend,
hate you, Davis. You
yeah,
make a mistake on the internet, you're screwed for life.
especially when it comes to comic book characters.
Yeah. Speaking of mistakes, there was something that Earl wanted us to talk about, and that's the Pro Jared incident. I don't know if you remember Pro Jared, but he was called out for cheating on his wife. He was called out for um, asking like younger underage boys for nudes and stuff like that and things like that. He recently
Yeah,
came
you've told me about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he came out with a video saying, you've been lied to. You've been hearing lies, stuff like that. And
Hmm.
honestly, I was thinking about covering, but I don't know the story well enough. I don't really care about Pro Jared enough to comment on it. So you know what? We're just gonna leave it as is. We're not gonna bother fucking getting
Okay.
into
Yeah,
it.
we don't have. Yeah, there's not enough interest or info to want to even go into depth
Yeah.
with it.
And like, I hate to disappoint Earl to talk about it, or any of you guys for the most part. I hate to disappoint you guys, but like, I'm not gonna go out there and just be like, yeah, I don't know anything about this topic, but let's talk about it anyways, because
Hmm.
it's a dumb fucking topic. First off, because it's none of our business what he's up to. It really doesn't concern us too much.
Fair enough.
And honestly, it's just like, whatever. I
Thanks
don't want to.
for the suggestion, Earl.
Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, but unfortunately,
If
like,
there is any suggestions that you would like, put it in the comments below,
yeah.
and we will consider.
Also, it's hard to speculate like who's right and who's wrong because again, we aren't like brushed up on the fact like it could be true and he's trying to lie to us, or everything that we know is false and that he's actually telling the truth. But I don't. That's that. Let's move on to the last topic. What we're watching. Davis wanted to
Yes,
talk
sir.
about. Davis wanted to talk about this. I want to start us off just because my list is kind of like short and sweet. I've
Okay.
been watching a lot of Dude Perfect for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
They
I
kind of
watched their. Yep.
like the new overtime episode, shit like that. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I like getting back into it. Hearthstone, stuff like that, TFT, stuff like that. But like TV shows and movie wise, we're gonna watch the Lego Ninjago movie at some point, Shannon and I, because we played
Yeah.
the Lego Ninjago game on stream last night, twitch.tv/JTonitis. We played that a little bit last night, and we hated it. I was like, it's so sad to see a Lego game just so badly executed. Like the frames were garbage, the gameplay it was like flashy, but it was fun. But they were like it was basically at one point there was a 30-second interval. About 5 seconds of that I actually got to play. The other 25 was like it would be like cutscene, gameplay, cutscene, gameplay, cutscene, gameplay, and like out of the 30 seconds I basically got to play for 5 or 6, which was garbage. But we're gonna be watching that again.
But the story was intriguing enough for you to want to watch the movie.
No, I've watched the movie before. The movie is absolutely nothing like the TV series and the product that it's based off of. It's kind of like its own off-brand kind of movie, and it was fun. I just bought the game because I was like, I love Lego games. I want to own all the Lego games, and this game is fun. Like Lego Ninjago was super fun, and I wanted to play it. It's just not as good as I was hoping it to be, but still there. Shannon hasn't seen the movie yet. That's why we're watching it, but I love the movie. I've watched it like 3 times now, so this will be number 4. Love that movie.
Interesting.
And the last thing that we watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 6. We already talked about. We watched Umbrella Academy.
I started watching that show. I think I'm like a few episodes in, like 3 or 4. I never it was interesting, but I never fully got into it. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I just kind of stopped.
I loved I loved it because like all of the kids were super interesting in their own unique ways, which was super cool. I remember there was one scene where there was like a bank robbery going on, and the kids went in and they like saved everyone. The last character that you never really get to see too much of, which is a shame. His name is Ben. Basically, he's a dark child, and he has tentacles inside him. When he's ready, he just like opens up his stomach, and a bunch of tentacles start flying out, and he just like kills everyone. Like, it's amazing. I am ready to see more Ben. I'm ready for season 2, which there has been a season confirmed. So I'm just waiting on it because the ending was just like, holy shit, where do we go from here?
You might like. I think it's on Netflix. You might like Titans. If you've ever been a fan of like any of the DC like Teen Titans or anything like that.
Yeah, I love the Teen Titans.
It's a pretty good like darker version, like more modern version of the Teen Titans. It's a little confusing, but it has that same kind of like dark kind of feel that Umbrella Academy has.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah.
So still keeping it with the superhero theme, I started watching The Boys.
The Boys.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, and I'm liking it so far. I've watched 2 or 3 episodes. I don't remember. I think it's 3. It's really interesting because it's like parody versions of like the Justice League. So you have the main superhero. He's like the Superman and the Wonder Woman, and there's like the version of the Flash and stuff like that. But without really spoiling the show, it's because it happens within the first like few minutes of the show. One of the speedster character, he's A-Train. He goes in and there's the main character is talking with his girlfriend about what they're doing with life, moving on with forward in life, blah blah blah. And then you see what would happen if a speedster superhero ran into a person. It's super graphic, literally runs and hits this girl and it goes into slow motion of like blood coming up on the main character's face, and you just see like blood everywhere on the street and everything, and then the guy's literally still standing there holding her hands in his hands, and that's it. Like, really gruesome,
Like he
really
just
dark.
ripped off the hands.
Like he basically ran into her and she exploded.
Oh, and
And
he tried to hold on to her.
yeah, and all that's happening is you literally just see her like her hands and wrists, and then everything else is gone. And there's
Jesus.
just like he's just covered in blood. So
Oh
he's
my
like
God.
showing what would happen if a speedster hit a person.
That sounds amazing, but also really terrifying because what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to actually like watch it to get it. So and then it's basically the main idea of the show is how the main character I still remember his name, but he goes down that path of like what happens when superheroes aren't doing good things or they're kind of like assholes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been interesting so far. Um, that's the main kind of new. That's the only like new show that I'm watching right now. But the other one that as I like that you brought up Brooklyn Nine-Nine because
He's doing it. He's rewatching it.
Restarted. Yeah, I'm on episode. I just finished the first Halloween episode of season 1. Like I restarted it again because it's a good show. And also on Netflix, I'm watching Suits, which said I mentioned that
Suits
on our
I heard
gaming
was really
stream
good.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a show you have to actually kind of like it's back and forth. You kind of have to really watch it, and or you can just kind of have it on and just be like listening, because like there's a lot of stuff that's like, who's this guy? This guy? Oh, he's an asshole. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Oh, fuck you. I'm right. No, you're wrong. Now my plan is better. Then there's something that's like, holy shit, are they actually gonna find out what's going on? So it's kind of like a mix of quality for that. But like and YouTube wise, I've finished watching BuzzFeed's Worth It season 6.
Really?
Yeah, if you've heard of that show.
I used to watch like the first few seasons, and then I kind of fell off of it because I was like, they kind of like spiraled. It's like Worth It houses, Worth It video games and stuff like that. It's like I just care about food.
Yeah, so they have the new food one is out. And yeah, I watched it, but I've been subscribed to Dude Perfect for a while, and I'm literally even just before this, I'm watching one of my favorite channels on YouTube right now is How Ridiculous, because they literally just dropping shit, and it's just the reactions and stuff is funny. So that's the kind of the main thing that's kind of keeping my time right now is their reactions.
You can see how much more Davis is invested into movies and stuff like that, even though we're in the exact same school program for movies. Like, you can see how much more invested in shit he is into this, which is why he's a fucking year ahead of me.
Well, that has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the shitty thing that they accept more people than what there is for classes, and you just got the shit out of the stick.
I don't even think it was that. No, they just said they had, like, yeah, I guess they did have extra seats or whatever, but it was also just the fact of, yeah, it was one class. There's only one available class, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story behind that being, I got into school at the very last minute, basically, and then when I was going to get into some of these programs, into some of these courses, they only had one of each course. So it wasn't like, cool, I couldn't take it in this area of the day, I'll take it later and on a different day. I was like, nope, not available at all.
Yeah, you have to do this schedule. Hence the reason why a couple people that I was still with aren't going to be coming back, because the same thing, they don't have that schedule. And there's a couple people that were supposed to graduate this year that aren't. Now they're finishing it up this year, so I'm going to be in classes with a couple new people this semester coming up.
Yeah, people who are getting held back, which is kind of ridiculous. They're just kind of flaunting me in the direction of, cool, I should go into either business or education, even though that's two wildly different things. That's what I'm going to be applying for. So
fair enough.
There you go.
But yeah, so that's the main things that I'm kind of watching right now and been interested in. But yeah, if you haven't yet, check out The Boys.
The Boys, not sponsored.
Yeah, but it's just if you like the kind of like, especially since there's so many, like the Arrowverse is really like quote unquote campy, depending on what show you watch, and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's so much superhero stuff. It's still a superhero show, but it's slightly different.
Yeah.
Like, so like there's basically you have nowadays you have to be watching a superhero show.
There you go.
There's
There's no
something
reason. Once Disney Plus comes out, there's no reason to not watch a Disney show.
Yeah.
There you go. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for us here.
Yes, sir. That's all we had to talk about.
Yeah, there you go.
Let us know some of the things that you're interested in right now for YouTube, TV, anime, what have you. Let us know what some of the shows you're watching.
There you go.
What do you think? Which Mario game has been your favorite? Super Mario Sunshine, Olympics. What's going to be better? Would Sonic be able to outrun Mario in a race? I don't know.
I think it's close. No, just kidding.
Pretty definitive.
Pretty definitive.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think, and I think we'll be heading out for now.
Yep, there you go. All right, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be in the description.